catch up and the live stream to be live like me. Hello, hi Marnie, how are you? Hi Shauna. I see lots of friends. Hi Irene and Jill and Natalie and Jennifer. Hello, and Jolene. Hello friends, how are you? Ordered the t-shirt, Jolene. So I will be able to wear my t-shirt when I sing your song. Hello, hello, how are you guys doing? We'll see if we get very many tonight, as this was kind of a last minute addition, but I'm very happy to be here. We're going to do some mixed media and a double page layout tonight. I think that will be fun. And it's actually using all the scraps that will be left over from your Bold and Bright class. So outside of what you haven't even used for your bonus layouts, it's just all the stuff that I had left. So I thought that'd be fun, that we could maximize and get another double page out of it. So hello friends. If anyone is joining us or has friends that have been affected by the terrible weather that's been going on in the US, thinking about you. Hope that you guys are safe, and if your power's out, that you get your power back soon, and the cleanup is fast, right? Scary stuff. So hopefully if you're here because you're watching on your phone, I'm happy to have you here. Hope you're safe. You don't sound very... I'm tired, Susie. I'm not sick. I just... it's a lot going on, right? It's a lot going on. And then I still have, like... Yeah, I was saying to my friend Patty, who I'm not sure if she's here, that grief is a funny thing. Like, it sneaks up on you, right? So I had a moment today. So probably just a little tired, but not in a bad way. I'm ready. I'm so ready to sit and make with you guys, because it's been a very long time since we've done one of these lives, right? So just sorry, put up with the frog voice. It's going to be a frog voice today, but I feel fine. I'm just tired, right? Have fun with your dinner, Kari. I got to see Kari yesterday. Kari spent some time with me yesterday, and we did some shopping like we do, and had some Chick-fil-A like I do when I'm in the US, and it was very wonderful. So yes, I know, no worries, but just concerned. I have a voice problem, right, when I get too tired, right? So it's good, and we'll talk about all of the things like that the week was going really well and doing all the things, and then I should be the best curveball catcher, pivoter in literally in the world of crafting and supplying kits, because I got another one. Another one came at me while I was away, plus lots of issues getting the I have like 7 pallets that are arriving next week. And then we'll talk about it. That I got in touch with my sales rep, American Crafts, and said, haven't heard anything about paper pads. If you've noticed, not where to next. That is not what we're working on. Wrapped in ribbons, that the product you're seeing start showing up in stores and online, but no 6x8 paper pads or 12x12s. And we're getting down to crunch time. It has to ship to me. It has to be kitted. And I was in a panic. So I messaged and went, what's happening with the paper pads? And I couldn't get a definitive answer when and if they'll arrive. And if you recall, we went through this with the albums before. It's always something. And I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to take the chance. I'm like, I don't know how long I can wait on it. All that stuff takes a while to get delivered, and then we have to kit a lot of kits. So I pivoted, and I haven't changed the description in my shop, but I went back to all open stock. All open stock. I literally cleared them out of all the open stock paper. So we won't have the 12x12 paper pad or the 6x8s. So when you see them and they're up in stores, I'm going to bring some into my store if they do ever ship. But just want you, that is big, to have to replan and then reach out to Simple Stories to order some more product. I added some awesome additional products that I've ordered. So now I have to wait for those as well. And then we have to kit like mad people. So it's just a lot of, that's probably why my voice goes, right? It's a lot of undue stress, right? So just so you know, we're pivoting, right? It's the paper pads that go with the wrapped in ribbons. I have no clue when they're going to land, like none. Maybe the end of this month, which is next week, maybe not. So we can't wait, because by the time they get in the warehouse and start shipping, it could be 2 weeks from now. So I still may have to change the weekend. I still may have to change the wrapped in ribbons weekend, because we're only human, and we're going to have to kit now 40 pieces of open stock paper instead of a paper pad, and we're going to have to get them shipped. So just another day. And what's really sad is I say it all the time, but I'm sure some of you, if you're new and you're ordering these kits, you're like, what's wrong with her? Like, what a terrible business. And again, if it's, I only show you like little snippets of behind the scenes, but it's always something. It's always something, right? So I'm on it. It's going to be fabulous, but I'm just sad because, you know, it's that Christmas collection I told you is going to be the last one to look like that. And now I can't even use, in essence, some of the paper that I put all the hard work into designing. So yeah, there's that. But we'll do something fun with it, like we do if the pads do in fact ship and they do arrive, that we'll do something, you know, when I do all that free crafting, the fun crafting during the holidays. So definitely watch out for that. And if you want a pad, let me know, and I'll just order a few extra. But holy moly, like seriously, holy moly, can one of them just go smoothly? That's all I'm asking, just one smoothly. So you know, it is what it is. It'll be beautiful. The class is going to be gorgeous, but it's a lot of work. This month is going to be a crazy amount of work. Question, I forgot when you said Simple Stories Disney will be posted on your website. See, these are the issues, right? All of that product, Cindy, is going to be arriving next week. All of it. I've ordered all the Disney. It's going to be arriving next week. I've ordered all of the cardstock to go with it. I need to get it posted. So hopefully by the end of next week, maybe I can have a surprise by next weekend. But that class will not happen until the new year, because it's going to be crazy. Like, there's no way that I'm going to have time. And I need to take the month of December off other than Friday Night Live. So it'll be good. But yes, because a lot of you, I love you guys, have reached out and said, are you going to be doing a class with the new Disney? And yes, I will be doing a class. I've ordered all the product. I just haven't got it posted because I didn't want to confuse things, because then there would be 3 kits available. Because now Bold and Bright is sold out. I've had some emails. Some of you guys have reached out and said, am I too late? There probably are about 5 kits left. The first people, like the people who contacted me, I will give those first, but I haven't been here. So I have to go and see which orders came in and do a count. So I'll let you know. But Disney's going to be fun. It's all going to be fun. And tonight, let's just relax and have a good time. Has anybody else, have you had a fabulous week? Has anybody else had a really stressful week? Are you with me? Do you have a voice? Have you resorted to drinking some wine and eating some chips tonight just to make yourself feel better? Let me know, right? Question, can I make with you today if I haven't made the Bold and Bright album yet? Yeah, because I'm going to show you what you can pull, right? So that was a question. If you guys ordered the kit but you haven't made any of the projects, yes, because what I'm using is what's left. So no one has made the bonus layout. So what I'm using is from what I prepared for the class. So it'll be good. Hello, Lisa. How are you? So huge hugs to all of you guys that had a stressful week too. It was a very good weekend, very productive weekend. It's just the logistics of all of this stuff sometimes is like just crazy, but it all works out in the end. Hello, my friend Valerie. Is your daughter still with you? Val's getting some fun times, Valerie, with her family, so I love that. And then we need a plan, because I haven't seen her in a long time, to get together. So yes, last night for my daughter's visit. Enjoy. Question, when to order? So Jill, it's all going to arrive next week. I want to pull out all the pieces, make sure everything's in the kit, and then I will be posting that. So it will be a 6x8 snap album, and it will be a series of layouts. So it's not as big as these huge weekends, but it's going to be a great kit if you want to make a really pretty Disney album with some companion layouts. So that's what's going to be happening. Everything is arriving between Monday and Thursday, and then I will get it together and it'll be posted by the weekend, next weekend, or the following week. And I'll let you know, because I'm going to send a newsletter out. That kind of updates you on all the craziness that's going on, right? I have over 2,000 Disney pictures. Oh my goodness, Irene, you're going to have to pick and choose what you can fill that album with. How fun is that going to be? And I love it because it's all since the Steamboat Willie release. It's an actual with Disney characters in it. So Mickey and Minnie. So it's going to be fun. And I love creating Disney projects. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's coming. Stressful week, but happy to be crafting. Me too, Christy. So what are you going to need for tonight? We are going to do a double page layout. So I'm going to use 2 pages of foundations paper. I would like to use the stencil set that has the arch, because I want to do like a kind of scallop pattern across the bottom with distress ink, and then we're going to accent it with some distress spritz. It's a 2-pager, so it's going to be mixed media tonight, and then we're going to make a layout. Mixed media and a layout, and like I said, I'm going to use the scraps from the Bold and Bright weekend, but if you can use whatever you have, whatever color palette you want to use, right? It's everybody play along Saturday. So everybody play along Saturday. So the inks I think I'm going to use, because I think it would be fun, because we want colors that are going to make a secondary color, right? When the 2 go over, maybe even some tertiary colors. So I think I would like to use some kind of pink, some kind of yellow, and a blue, because then, right, the pink and yellow will get an orangey color. The blue and pink will get a purpley color. And then what did I miss? Maybe a green too, I don't know. But the blue and green will get a green, right? So I think that'll be fun. And then we can use the star stencil to spritz some, or we can even pounce with a blending tool some of the spritz to make metallic. And then I even have the circle stamp set, so we can stamp some black circles on it. So it's going to be mixed media fun. The pattern's going to run right along the bottom of the layout. So I think if you pick a color palette that is like a primary palette, that you won't make a ton of mud, and it'll be really fun, right? So it's like a little class. We're going to do a little class with layering distress ink with the stencils. And even if you don't have this, you can layer with anything along the bottom. But I thought the scallop would be really fun, right? The little scallop pattern would be really fun. Do we have any questions before I flip the camera and we get started? So pull up your beverage. What do you need? Some distress inks. I'm going to show you the colors I'm thinking of using. Ink blending tools. Do you have to have the distress spritz? Absolutely not. But I love how shiny, sparkly they are. So anything, if you have some of my creative effects glazes you can use, if you have Simon Hurley's, anything. We'll give you options as we go along. Right now you need 2 sheets of foundations paper or white cardstock, and then we're going to use some ink. You need a stencil, and you need some blending tools, paper towel and wipes. I'm going to flip the camera. Let's get started. If you have any questions, let me know. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun on this Saturday night or Sunday morning for my friends that are in the Australias and in the New Zealands. Anywhere else? Where else? I think somebody's here from Puerto Rico tonight too, right? Hola. Love it. Okay, so I have to Blair Witch you, as you know. So give me a second. Boop. There you go. And let's make sure well, we're going to work on one page at a time and in the middle. Okay, there we go. How we doing? Any questions at all? So there's lots going on. I'm going to show you something too. If you didn't join me on the Bold and Bright weekend, this is what I think my palette's going to be. I think mustard seed, faded jeans, and kitsch flamingo. I feel like this is what my palette's going to be. Okay. You can use any combination of whatever you want to use, but let's go with it. I'm just committing. I'm going to commit to that. I have a blending tool. I'm going to change the sponge on the end. Hello, Simone. Not Puerto Rico, but Guatemala. Hola. Hello, Beatrice. How are you? Hello, my friend. So I had posted that my cruise, the Panama cruise, was filled. And then I went to look because I hadn't even looked. I didn't know who's coming with me. I don't even know. And I went and I see you're on there, Beatrice. Very excited about that. Hello from Georgia. How are you faring, Lisa? Are you in an area that got hit by the storm? Hi, Judy. How are you? I'm at the beach. It's going to rain, cats and dogs. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's never fun, is it? Who wants to be at the beach in the rain? I guess some days it's kind of pretty, isn't it? Yes, Puerto Rico is present. I love that. I love that, Lizette. Yes, but not as bad as some of my family and friends. We are all safe here. It's good to hear. Sending lots of love to you guys. It's some scary stuff, that weather. Okay, sitting down and I'm getting ready. I have to tighten. I tell you guys all the time. My chair, I ordered I sit on a bar stool, like a padded, pretty bar stool chair. And it's one of the ones that came from, what is that? Wayfair. So the screws need to be tightened. And every time I sit down, I'm afraid I'm going to have like a Goldilocks moment that the chair's going to just fall apart on me. So let's hope that doesn't happen tonight. So one of the things, right, I had posted that I'm going to use tonight, I think as an accent, are going to be the Distress Spritz. I don't know if everybody out there has them, but I absolutely love them. And one of my favorites is this, which I believe is either mustard seed or fossilized amber. Let's look, because it is the prettiest. It's fossilized amber, prettiest gold. But we'll decide what our accent is going to be. And I think I'll layer the star stencil as an accent. So we're going to be using these stencils. And one of the things I was talking about with my friends, but I really haven't presented this to the general public, is this is what's coming out next in the world of the Kibutin. Is I have a set of exclusive, so only on my website, stencils and stamps that are coming out. So a really fun capital, like caps, lowercase and number alpha set, and this floral that's going to be so much fun to layer. So there's a floral set. It's called Good Times Floral. Can you see that? Hopefully the sheen. It will be coming with dies. And then we have this block alpha set that is an capitals, the block alpha caps, the block alpha lowercase, and then the block alpha numbers. And this is going to be a core set that we're going to do layerable pieces that go with them with the dies. So this will be coming, and then it will be fun because you only need one set of dies for each one. And then you will, when the next one comes that are like polka dots that go on top, or the layering sets, the offset. So we're going to have just the outline for some of these. When they come, it's all going to be the same die set. So that's going to be fun. And they're like a thicker size, right? And then it's a whole new set of stencils. So this is called water rings, and water rings will also go with the dot stencil, large circles that came out in my original set. So it's a nice layering set. We're going to have dot outline, which again will go with the dots set from the original. So a great layering set. This one is called Tile. Isn't that fun? Tile. And it's a repeatable pattern. This one is called Floral Frenzy. Excuse me, Fans. And then Daisy Chain. So I wanted to show you those. They will be coming soon. Well, the stamps and the stencils have arrived. I'm just waiting on the dies. So what's nice is they can also be mailed in a flat, like an envelope. So that should be fun. I'll have to figure out shipping on those, right? But it's very exciting. Lots of fun stuff is coming. So tonight, like I said, I'm going to use the scraps, things I have left over from the Bold and Bright weekend. So even if you haven't opened your kit, it will be fine, because this is everything I had left over when I created all of my samples. So you will just pull what you need, right? Can you buy the stamps separate from the dies? Definitely. Yeah. It's all, I'll do some deals as combo sets, but yes, it'll all be listed individually. It's going to be fun. So when we get to building the page, I have the papers that we didn't use that we can use for the layouts. There's still lots left. Okay. So let's roll right into our mixed media portion. So I think it'll be fun to do, like I said, layering. It's going to be a lot of inking tonight. Okay. So lots and lots of inking. So hopefully we get to the layout portion, because you know how that goes. Mixed media takes a while, because we're going to make art and then we're going to put a layout together, right? So let's get right into it. So when you start, I want to start in the middle, because this is going to be a double page layout. Do you have to do a double? No. You could shrink this down and it could be a single. But I'm going to make a double, because I know that a lot of people who scrapbook like to have double pages. Right? Like to do doubles. Where is that shadow coming from? Let's see if I can move this stuff so it's not there. Is that where it was from? I think so. So I'm going to do a double. Like I said, you don't have to do a double. Any questions before we get started? And I'm going to use, so we're going to do like these little scallops, arches all at the bottom in different heights and layering them. And then we can also use this stencil as well and layer another color on top. Can you get the exclusives down under? Yes. So I'll figure out, put them in the envelope that I'll mail them in, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know what the cost of that will be, right? So I think I will start this one. I'm going to be wild and crazy. I think I'm going to start with the Kitsch Flamingo. And then we're going to layer the other colors on top. Okay. I might still pull out Mowed Lawn. We'll decide. Mowed Lawn still might come out in the overlapping ones, but let's give it a start. Hi, Vicky. How are you? So I'm going to start with Kitsch Flamingo. So I'm using regular distress, not oxide, because it's translucent. And I want, when they overlap, when the colors overlap, that they're going to make a secondary and tertiary colors. Okay. So if I was using oxides, I might tack that down with some tape so it doesn't move on me for a second. And I'm just going to put that behind my page like that. Okay. Boop. And boop. There. Very good. Hi, Carrie. How are you? So let's just make some art. Let's just make some art. I feel like it is good for the soul. I really firmly believe that mixed media art is good for, or making any kind of art, even just scrapbooking or card making or listing or writing in your journal or art journaling, photography. Any of it is definitely good for your mental health. And after a good week, it wasn't all bad, but the pivots, the constant pivots, it's frustrating. I'd have to say more than anything, right? It just gets a little frustrating. You can definitely tack this stencil down with painter's tape, repositionable tape, so that you stay in the space. But again, I'm using distress rather than oxide because when they blend together, they'll make a new color, right? And I couldn't do that with oxide ink because it has more opacity to it, right? It's a blend of pigment and dye ink. So you just don't get the same ability to make new colors. So love that. I'm going to give the stencil a wipe. I only have you can still do it. 100% Ginny. You still can do it. You're just going to, your results are going to look a little different than mine. Okay. You will notice what I'm talking about. You'll notice what I'm talking about when you go to layer, that you might not get, like when I put the pink and blue, I might get a kind of purple and you might not get that. Okay, so 100% you can. I'm just explaining why I'm opting for, I'm gonna get a wipe out of here maybe. Hi Deb, how are you? You missed the beginning. You didn't miss anything. I just got started. You know how I like to talk. And good for you, Vicky. Okay, a little wipe. And move on to, I think I'm going to do the blue next. And we're going to overlap and I'm going to put it up a little higher. So I'm going to put the blue, overlap, and up a little higher. And like I said, you can tack it down if you want so it doesn't move on you. Because I'm just using washi and I'm not using like a low tack tape. I'm just putting it on my jeans so it has some lint on it and then it's not as sticky. Now let's grab, I'm going for faded jeans. I think it matches the best with this collection. So I'm going to use the faded jeans. And I'm going to start on the side that doesn't have ink and blend it. And then blend it into the pink. That will be a little bit wet right now, right? So, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do too. We're going to go back over that area. Don't rub it too much, the ink too much, because you will lift it because that distress is still wet, right? I like to get along the edges to make sure they're nice and sharp. And once this dries a little bit, we're going to come over and do the pink again so that we can layer a little bit more pink on here to start to pull the purple. But because this is way darker, right? It's way darker. It's going to layer on there a lot more pigment than the pink would. But like I said, once this dries a little bit, we'll reposition the stencil and we can go over that pink again to pull out some purple. I'm just giving it a wipe so I don't bring the blue in when I go in with the yellow now. Actually, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually add my next color on the other side. I'm going to add some of the yellow over here. Hello. Welcome, friends. It's wet. Let me just give it a little bit of a wipe. Okay. And this one is going to be mustard seed. which pink did I use? Kitsch Flamingo. Kitsch Flamingo, Faded Jeans, and Mustard Seed. Could you use Fossilized Amber? Most certainly. I just grabbed the Mustard Seed. But yes, you could definitely, here, I'm going to switch that. Let's use the Fossilized Amber because it is the color we use with this kit. If I can quickly find it. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay. So you can use either one, Fossilized Amber or Mustard Seed. But I'll just go with this because this is the color that we used when we did the class, right? See, so we start to make a pretty orange. So I live in a city called St. Catharines in Ontario, Canada, and we have a lot of vineyards here. And it is, this weekend is Grape and Wine Festival. So there was a parade, bands, all the things going on. And I don't know if on all the time I've lived here, I think I've only gone to Grape and Wine. I don't think I've ever been. Maybe one time. One time. I don't know if I've even ever been to the parade, maybe as an adult or a kid, but not as an adult. Isn't that funny? So I can hear Riley just got in. Look how pretty the overlap is. Isn't that fun, friends? Hello from Italy. What time of day is it where you are? And where in Italy are you? That's very exciting. Okay, I love that. So here, I'm going to overlap quite a bit and go pretty low. And this is going to be a yellow one. So I'm going to use the mustard seed again. And you have to be careful that when you start to blend this yellow, you're going to pick up some of the blue. So just clean your blending tool, right? So yeah, it is fun, but I'm here with you guys. I'm not out at listening to the bands, and it's raining too. I don't think it'd be very much fun this year. But that is happening where we are. Grape and Wine Festival. So you're gonna see that it's not as sharp, right? That's just because the ink is still wet, right? You're getting a little bit of the moisture in the ink because distress inks take a little while. So it's even being distributed, the green on the yellow side. So I'm gonna clean my blending tool off and then go in the yellow again, just on the yellow side to try to clean that up. I don't want it to be too muddy. Okay, now when we lift, look what we created. So whoever's using the best way to clean them, I just wiped it. Did you see what I did? Just on my wipe. Look, all the pigment's pretty much just sitting on top. And then, doop. And that's clean enough for me. Hi, Julie, how are you? So anyone using oxides, what kind of results are you getting? Are you seeing like much of a color change? Because what normally happens with oxides is whatever you put on top pretty much negates whatever's on the bottom. Do you know what I mean? It pretty much will knock out whatever's on the bottom. So let's clean the stencil again, and I'm going to do a pink here. I'm going to do a pink here. Because they have more opacity, where distress inks are more translucent or transparent. Distress ink is my go-to for mixed media. Right? Distress ink is my go-to for mixed media. So this one is going to go here and off the side. And I'm going to go back in with the Kitsch Flamingo. It'll look beautiful, you just won't get those secondary colors the same. So let's see, make sure that pink is pink and didn't have any blue in it. Kitsch Flamingo. I'm depositing as much before I put it over top of the yellow. And I'm going to pounce on it instead of rub. I think I'm going to pounce to keep the color integrity of the yellow and the integrity of the pink before I make the orange. Like I said, the key would be letting this dry a little bit, and I might come back and do that. I might put that next layer on top of here after that yellow dries a little bit so we can get that orange color. Okay, so let's give this a wipe, and I guess we're going to go in with blue, right? Blue now. And I'm going to go in like that. We'll go in with the faded jeans. Aw, thank you. You know I love what I do. And then what we're going to do is give this maybe a blast with a heat gun just to speed up the process. Because, like I said, they have a nice open time, the distressings. But what is going to happen is I don't want to pick up all of that yellow. I want it to deposit the blue on top. So we'll give it a blast, and then we'll go back in with the yellow on top, so that we can, see, me carrying it in to the blue. I don't want that. I want this to be blue, and I want this to start making that kind of green color. So we will just go with that, I think. I'll put a little bit more blue at the bottom. I'm cleaning my blending tool that the blue has become a little bit green because it was picking the yellow, the wet ink up. And then we'll just deposit some blue on there. Oop, and it moved. It moved! My tape wasn't working so well. Let's get that back in place and actually attach it. Crazy. There we go. Clean it, and we have a pink. But I want the pink is going to really overlap that blue, and I think I'll finish off with the yellow. Hi Denise, how are you? Clean it. I love this stencil set. I really think there's lots of uses for it. So we will play with this tonight. This will be one of our uses. So like I said, I'm going to do a lot of overhang. Let's do a blast. I'm going to blast this with the heat gun. Okay? Blast it with the heat gun just to get integrity with our pattern. So I need to get back to doing my Friday nights so we can build our community back up again, right? Because that's what happens. Lots of travel, lots of family stuff going on with my mom passing. It just, you know, life kind of took priority, and I certainly have missed the community, and I would like to get back to it. We have lots of exciting things that are going to be coming. We have the Christmas class that's going to be coming with my new Christmas line. Lots and lots of fun things, right? I wish I had more orange. I wish I had done more orange. Maybe I'll do another yellow one off the end. So just giving it a little blast. We're not baking it like a cookie. We're just trying to dry some of that up, right? Hi, Carrie. Hi, Pam. How are you? So we're doing a little mixed media on the double page layout we're going to make. And like I said, I'm going to overlap more of the pink this time. I think it has to come up a little bit higher. Yeah, let's do that. Like this. Let's go for it. Question. Can you please address how to stop the color transfer that happens with a distressed spritz? Thank you so much. Explain what that is, Pam. I don't know what that means. The color transfer. What color transfer with the spritz? Hello, Nadine. I'm so glad to be here with you guys because I'm not lying when I say I miss this when it can't happen. And I was tired tonight. I was like, oh, this is going to be rough. And then I'm here and I'm happy because I'm with my friends and I'm making. And I would have went to bed and I wouldn't have been making anything. Right? Hi, Sonia. Oh, and I haven't drawn for the giveaway on the last live I did. So watch for that. When I get off here, I'm going to go choose the winner, right? Got to keep cleaning this because the ink is going to, see? Look how much blue I picked up there. So let's kind of press it into the blue. No, got to rub it in. Just got to go for it. Make that purple. Because we're just blending in a new color, right? But I do not want to bring that into the pink. So I will blend to make the purple. And then I'm going to give it some heat. But we're going to carry that color a little bit. I think it's going to be almost impossible to bring, because we're bringing the dark into the light there. Let's load that up. Blend over here and right into the blue. See what's happening there? Whatever, we just go with it, right? Whatever. But let's dry it a bit. I feel like we need to dry that a bit. I'm going to clean that off a bit, just going in an arch around that blue. Because I don't like that. I don't want it to transfer so much, so I'm just trying to pull some pink in there. And we'll dry it a bit more. I'm not sure. I hope you're helping with whatever that is, Natalie. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm going to dry this a bit. It's very pretty though, isn't it? Let's see if we can make without lifting the paper too much. And let's go over the pink again, and then we'll go over the blue. Okay, blending that. And now I'm going to take that and sharpen the blue up again. Don't even have to load anything on my brush that much. We'll see. This might be a bad idea. Let me do it, and then you guys decide. Because it might lose the crispness all around, but we'll see. It is what it is, Vicky. It's hard because the pink is so much lighter, right? Thank you, Poppy. I try. Like I said, I wish I had more time. Hopefully I can work that in now. Next year. More time for making. That will be one of my goals. I'm going to go now with a big yellow one that comes up high so that we can get that orangey color. Clean off all that blue. Don't want to transfer that in. Or the pink. All right. And then let's do a higher arch like that. And this one's going to be with the yellow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Which is the fossilized amber. Here we go. Hi, Mitzi. How are you? Thank you. It has been, it's rough. My mom was my very best friend. And I was saying to my friend Patty today, you don't really understand. You think you understand loss, but I really didn't understand loss until I lost somebody who was very significant in my life, right? And you have days where you're good and, you know, you aren't really thinking about it. And then you have days when it just really hits you. Today was one of those days. It really hit me. And my mom was the one who celebrated, like, the wins and was there for with the bad stuff too, right? And I was thinking of the Sinead O'Connor, right? Nothing compares to you. And there's nothing, like, friends are so good and supportive, and my husband and my kids are good, but nothing will ever replace the relationship I had with my mom, you know? So I'm not crying either. This is my voice today, right? But it's tough. And so grief is like, it just kind of sneaks up on you when you least expect it, right? So what do you think? This is the only one that makes me a little bit mad, but when we do our stamping and stenciling, I'll try to cover that up again. But I think I'm not going to mess around with anything. I'm going to leave it because I'm just going to kind of go with that. But now I've learned. So do you want the thing I learned? I put the pink down first and the blue on top of it. The pink is too light to have put and then try to blend into the blue. Other things we could do is try to mask, but I'd have to cut one of these out, mask the blue and go over the pink again, and that'd be really fun. But this is the only one that kind of frustrates me a little bit. But, you know, that's part of making, isn't it? That's part of making. But I really like that. So what can we do now? We can go over it now with this and then layer a second stencil, right? In another color. So let's heat set this. So I think the color needs to be a little bit darker. So should we go in with some green? What other colors are in this collection? Because we're going to do black, but we could go in with the Modelon because it's out. I could just grab that, right? Yeah, she was a supporter, and if you guys have been around for a long time, you knew Sheila too. She was here, right? So it just feels, it's so surreal. That's what I'd have to say. It's so freaking surreal. I'm like, how is she gone? And then I'm mad at her because she left me. But every day I think we'll get better. And I was saying to Riley today, don't you miss Nanny? And he doesn't like to talk about it, right? I don't think the kids really know how to deal with that loss either. And my poor dad, you know, like I'm feeling my feels, and I can only imagine poor Bill. So I am going to, remember I said I wasn't going to go over this one again, but I don't know, it's bothering me. I think I'm okay if the blue comes to the top the most. I just need to crisp those edges up a little bit, okay? So if you want to watch and see, I'm going to watch and see what yours looks like before I do that. You can. Yeah, I remember that too, Lizette. It's tough. It's tough, and when you're close, it's tough. It's tough to be the one still here, right? But, you know, Sheila be like, just keep going, Vic. And I will. But I miss her. Okay, look, I like that. It's darker than this one, so now I feel like, do I commit? Yeah, I'm going to darken this one up too. Because I feel like it can't be that dark, and then this one isn't. And then we will do the next layer. The oxides are working great, and I know you'll post for me, right, Irene, so I can see. I want to see it. I want to see what results you get with using a slightly different product, right? So definitely want to see that. So please share on the board later. Okay. Whoops, Vicky. There. Okay, good. Cleaned it up a little bit. Happy with that. Going to go in now. I'm going to dry it one more time. And I'm going to use the funky one with Mowed Lawn. So if you want to do that, or another color, whatever you want to pick, Mowed Lawn. And then we're going to stamp with a little bit of black. And we're going to spritz. We're going to spritz. I will take care of my dad. It's hard, Carol. He's hard. It's hard. I adore, like, love him. He's my dad. Good. But it's hard when you're managing your own too, right? And that, I have to call my brother. We should probably all get together for supper tomorrow. It's my nephew's birthday too, my little Jake, who's not so little. He's an adult. Okay, so let's decide where this layer is going to go, because they're not going to go everywhere. But we know this bothers me, so one is certainly going here. Okay, so I'm going to put a layer of green right there. So when you use this, oops, it's falling off. When you use this, I have to dry it. I said I was going to dry it, didn't I? I didn't. Happy birthday, Anti-Caffeine Crafts. Happy birthday tomorrow. Anybody else celebrating something fun? Yeah, I might have to move the holiday Christmas weekend, because the stuff's just not going to be here on time, and I can't, you know what I mean? You can't make it happen. So it would be, if you're like, what weekend? If it's not the weekend that's booked, which Natalie helped me, it'll be the weekend before. It'll be the weekend before American Thanksgiving. So I'm going to hold it really tight. But yes, go ahead and tape it down. But I work in, like, along the lines, right? Now this one, you might want to put oxide on. So let's try it first with regular distress, because the oxide for sure will sit on top of this green, and I can't guarantee, or the navy, I can't guarantee this one is going to. So you might want to put some tape on it so it doesn't move on you, but I ink along the lines. Don't go back and forth, because your ink will go underneath. Go follow the pattern. But yes, oxide layer might be like fantabulous, because that pigment will all sit on top of the distress. So 20 sec, yes, and then for sure, I just can't see. Like, we have our, the prep class is supposed to be November 30th. And it's never going to make it to the internationals and all the rest. It's just, oh, it frustrates the heck out of me every single time. And some of you guys probably think it's me. You're probably like, what's wrong with her? I'm telling you, I don't make it up. People witnessed it in person. They're crazy. There we go. Oh, I love it. Isn't that fun? So I'm going to just place that on here. But oxide would work even better. Oxide would work even better because you'd see it, really see it on that navy, on the faded jeans. Deposit a little bit more on the dark. There. But I do like it. It is very pretty. Yeah, Jennifer, right? Do we get an album with our kits? You most certainly do. But again, they canceled the Christmas kit or Christmas album. So I just put in the Peppermint Kisses one again. I think, how about another one here? But we'll do it low. We'll do it low. I wish I would have used the oxide because then you guys would have seen what I'm talking about, the difference that it will make. You can't really see this on the faded jeans because it's translucent, right? But it's okay. It's just a little mixed media. It does not have to be perfect. Okay. Very fun. Showed up actually really nicely on here. I love it. And then we'll do one more like this. And then I'm going to stamp some circles on it because it's going to be like a massive mixed media inking Lollapalooza on this page. I think it'll be fun. Eek! Hope I didn't just wreck everything. Nope, I didn't. Very good. Step away from the stamping. What do you think, friends? Isn't it pretty? I think it's pretty. I think it's fun. Just clean up a little bit the ink. So we are going to, we have this stencil, right? That we could just now do some kind of fun. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it with now. If I take, what color should we ink some metallic stars in? What do you think is going to show up on here? Kind of like that. That I think could be fun. It'll definitely match the kit. I don't think the lighter ones are going to show up on top of here. So I do think it has to be a darker color. I'm going to go with that. So that is going to be the raspberry. Picked raspberry. If I can find it. There it is. Do you have to use this? No. Could you use gold on top of it? You could. But I would use it with a stencil brush. I wouldn't use it. I love that. That's fun. So I'm just getting, you've got to get all of that shaped it up. because with the spritzes, really the pigment is going to come from all of the pretty mica in there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to clean this blending tool off. I'm going to stencil through it. I'm not going to spritz it because that is a lot of work to control the spritz. So we're going to take it and we're going to pounce it with our blending tool. And I'm going to go across the bottom of this stencil like this. We're going to create a pattern at the bottom with that metallic, dry it, and then I'm going to stamp some black circles on it. Okay, so let's just make our palette. Here, let's pick some of that up. Remember, it's going to be a lot more wet than your ink pad is. Oops. So just make sure you're careful. And I'm going to pounce it through. We're going to see, is this even going to work? I don't know. I don't know if I can deposit enough. I might. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going to spritz it. Let's try it. Are you scared with me? It's hard not to over spritz. So let's see. We're going to spritz it. Oh my goodness, I'm getting wild and crazy up here tonight. Oh, it's pretty though. So just make sure the back of the stencil isn't wet, so you're not transferring. And I'm going to carry it over here because you can't layer it on top, right? Carrying it across. Woo! Woo! I'm going to dry that off a bit. So I'm just getting crazy. I'm just going for it. Just going for it. And it's going to come up pretty like this. Oh, I love it. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more though because I made a mess. But I have to dry it first, okay? It is very, very pretty. Taking some of that extra ink out, okay? So what we'll do too, because now, right, we have all of that wet. If it bled under your stencil, we'll make it like we meant that to happen. Okay, I love it. What color did I spritz with? I spritzed with picked raspberry. I'm lifting that because I want to position this again. Now this really, like I'm going to wipe that off. You know I don't want that to happen. So let's find a scrap piece of foundations paper and we're going to kiss that so we have something for card or die cut later. Because that would be wasteful and we are not wasteful. So let's throw that on here like this. Boop. We're not going to waste that. Right. Let's find anything and ink through it. So we have like a two-tone stencil pattern for later. Love it. Look at, we'll let that dry. And there's a background for a card later. Why wipe that on a piece of paper towel? You don't want to do that. And then I want to bring this up this side a little bit because I over sprayed. So I'm just going to do a little blast right here. Pretty. And then the last thing we're going to do is wet a brush and put some drips. It feels very 1990 sticker collection prettiness. So let's, I don't want to waste, right? There we go. And then we're going to give this a little blast and we'll stamp a little bit of black on it. Very nice. Oops, look what I just did. So that means a couple more drips need to go because Vicky just dragged her wet paper towel where she wasn't supposed to. There, you can cover any boo-boo. There, okay. I'm going to throw this in the sink. And we are going to give that a blast and add a little black. Add a little black. What do you think? It's pretty, I think, right? Give it a little cleanup. Lisa Frank, right? I do. I think it looks like my sticker collecting days. And I love that it was a blank piece of paper that we made art on. And I find that, like I said before, I find the art making portion, gotta clean up, because it's how I roll. I know not everybody is like that, but if I don't, I'm going to put my elbow in something. I'm going to spill something I didn't mean to spill. So that's the color I used on here. And when you see it, it is so stinking pretty. It is so stinking pretty. Well, I'm not ever going to go, oops, I ruined the whole thing. I'll just stick an embellishment on top. You can't ruin it. Might not turn out how you first envisioned it, but we'll get something pretty out of it, right? Let's give it a blast. I was a sticker collector. I loved going to, in St. Catharines, we had a store called Coy Brothers. And it was a big deal because they had a whole wall of rolled stickers. Like, I had that sticker book, man. The stinky, scratch and stiff, garbage pail stickers. Like all those things, right? I loved my sticker book. It was actually kind of awesome growing up as a kid in the 80s, 90s. We had some fun stuff. We played outside. We got to have bubble baths with Mr. Bubbles. Right? I love the Fawns, Laverne and Shirley. And now I get to make pretty layouts that remind me of those days. I love it. Okay, so give me a second. Remember, got to clean this up now. I just don't want to transfer any of that onto anything I don't want it on now. And then we're going to do a little stamping. So now you can decide. This might not be for you, the stamping, but I think adding a little black on here is going to make it really kind of magic. So let me tell you that the first thing I'd start with is the largest stamp and then go to smaller ones. Because if you start with small and go to big, then sometimes you can't create a pretty pattern. And the other thing is you get kind of like sticker sneeze, but you get it with stamps, right? So we're going to start a pattern with the large black, and then we will go in yes to black. Me too, Natalie. Somebody asked me that. She said, you put a lot, you always had black in your collections. I'm like, pretty much yes. Like, even if it was pastel, there still would be black or navy, because it is like a design Vicky Boutin thing. And I didn't even realize it as much until somebody pointed it out. I'm like, yes, there is. There's always black. So I love it. And now what's going to happen is, this is beautiful. The black is going to really elevate the depth. Black is going to elevate the depth, right? Here we go. I'm going to start with the color wheel. So where will we want one? Well, we're going to want a couple across the page, right? So maybe I'm going to start off the page right here. Maybe I'm going to put one right here. Maybe one right up here. So they're going to dance across the page. For sure, one up here. So I'm going to start on that side, actually. Before you commit, test on some scrap. You want to make sure your stamp is nice and inked, right? I'm going to go for it. What did your mom always say? My mom always says, when you decorate a room, a touch of black, it grounds the room, Carrie. That is a true fact. That is a good design principle. So I'm going to start right up here with the first one. See how pretty it's going to be? I'm going to do another one right here. I'm going to do one, let's line up our pages, right here. Where else do we want one? Maybe right here. I'm just kind of going for it, and then I'll build accordingly, okay? Maybe right here. And then one off the page again up here. And one right here. Let's do that. Okay? I'll be fine. I use this all the time. It won't stain my mat. It comes off. Watch. I'll show you. See? All good. Okay, I'm done with that. I've kind of laid out my pattern. If you notice, they all go different heights on the page, so they're not in a line. Thank you, Leah. I love being here. You know, I do. I love being here. Am I only going to use 2 circle sizes? Maybe. I don't want to fill this up too much. So I'm going to fill now with a smaller circle, and that might be it, because maybe we'll put some paper circles to go for the next size. But I'm going to do this one here. maybe one here. So what these will act as too, which will be fun, is a place to embellish. Okay, step away. Popsicles, you totally could do like a double hump that looks like the popsicles that we break apart, right? With the 2 sticks in it. That would be fun. See, there is this circle that I could have went in there with, but I don't know if I want all that. So I just went with the 2 sizes. Now let's just kind of leave it because I don't want to overdo it. You know what though, Deb? And if you do smudge, because it can happen, I'm not going to lie, it can happen. Your ink matters, your tools matter, so that it doesn't make a mess. But if you do make a stamping boo-boo, you could just layer an embellishment on top, right? Your rooms are very grounded, Jennifer. You have a lot of black. That was funny. Jennifer said, my rooms are very grounded. So I would think she has a lot of black in there. I'm going to cut the tops of these off now. And let's make a layout. I was going to do more than one today, but I got to be smart. And I'm tired, right? So I did travel. I did just fly home yesterday. And it takes a lot out of you being away from home. So I'm like, I'll do the mixed media. We'll make a layout. And it will be fun. It will be fun. So let's think about how would we like to do our pattern paper portion of this layout? Because we could do it from the top, like we could do a piece that comes right across. Let's look. What do we have left? So we could start like a base like that, right? Oh, I like it. I really like that. I really like that. So this is one of our leftover sheets. The yellow stars, right? We did not use that, correct? Does everyone have one of these left over? So it's out of the paper pad. I'm still very sad about Wrapped in Ribbons because there are some great papers in that pad. Makes me mad. Angry face. So we're gonna go 6 inches. 6. And then let's see if we can line it up, right? Because we could, because does it really matter? Because we want this to span. So we could do like 6 by 9. And then 6 by maybe 7. So let's cut 2 6-inch pieces. What happened where, Kristen? Oh, you weren't here. So, so excited to share this again because it's really super frustrating. So slightly smaller than 6 because you know these papers aren't square. The Wrapped in Ribbons 12 by 12 paper pad and the 6 by 8 paper pad have still not arrived at the American Crafts warehouse. So I asked, I'm like, these need to ship because I have to kit, and it's going to take, if they haven't shipped yet, by the time the order is placed in the warehouse, it usually takes about a week. And then it comes from Utah to Buffalo to Canada. It'll be another week. And then it's going to take us at least a week to kit it and then to ship. So that's a lot of weeks, isn't it? So I said, what is the date for that? When do we think we're getting it? And it looks like they think it will ship on or arrive in the warehouse around the 30th, but they couldn't guarantee it. So I had to make an executive decision, and because I'm nervous. We went through this before. We've done this, has all happened before. So I'm like, I don't trust that it's going to get here in time. I just don't. And like, what are we going to do? Our Christmas class in January? So I made the executive decision to take out the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 8, and I ordered the 6 by 8 from Simple Stories because we already have some of the Simple Stories vintage Christmas in our collection, and I replaced it with all open stock. But there are only 12 open stock patterns, right? So there's going to be multiples of them, but we will lose the opportunity, and it makes me very sad to use the papers from the 12 by 12 pad. And I had to do it. You know what I mean? You got to get to a point where it's like, I have no clue if these are going to arrive or not. And we can't wait any longer. And I feel bad too for the store owners that have got all the embellishments, but they don't have any of the, well, they'll have the open stock, but they don't have the paper pads. So that's what happened. I made the decision that we'll just go with the open stock. So the class will still be beautiful. You know I'm going to make a beautiful class out of it. But what we'll do is both those paper pads we'll use when I do all the bonus December. You know how we kind of do that whole December crafting? So I want to order some of the new Tim Holtz stuff and some of the new stamps. And I'm going to use the paper pads there. So it's going to be fun. So we're going to decide. See, I think it'll be fun if it lands here, right? It's very frustrating, and you guys know it's frustrating because it makes me look like I send everything out late, and when all of the stuff comes so late, it means that we have to work twice as hard. We have to put in 14-hour days to get it all done. But I just want you to know it certainly wasn't. I waited as long as I could, and I'm like, I can't wait any longer. We got to get these out. 9.5. I'm going to cut this 6 by 12 to 9.5. 9.5. And if you're just joining me, I'm using stuff that was left over from the weekend event. So really fun that we can use stuff that was left over from the weekend event, right? And because they're stars, it doesn't matter if they completely match up. So I think 9.5 on this side. 9.5. And then, what do we think? I think 7.5. I'm going to say 7.5 now. So it'll be 9.5, and this side will be 7.5. And then we're going to do some other little borders and stuff. It's going to be fun. I love it. Look at what we made. I love it. Yeah. It's frustrating, but we will make the best of it. And then I just went and I emptied, literally, I ordered all of the pattern paper that was left, all of it, because I wanted to get as much as paper as I could get in the kit, right? So we're talking like a lot of sheets of pattern paper, but now we have to also manually kit it all instead of putting a paper pad in. So it's going to be fun. I love that. Okay, so that is our base. Remember, 9.5 by 6 and a 7.5 by 6, both cut from the same sheet of paper. I started by cutting 2 6 by 12s and then cut a 9.5 and a 7.5 for that. And then you still have this scrap later for a card or whatever. So we always save those. And then what else will we do? I think, don't you think some kind of fun border? Oh, yes. Yes, we have to layer borders. Could you tear a sheet? You could. But what title do I have? This one is left. That's the spirit. So we'll decide. Is it going to go down here? Is it going to go over here? I kind of like that already. Kind of already made the decision for us. That's the spirit. We also have That's the Spirit and A Perfect Day, but I don't know if I'm going to use that yet. But this for sure is going to get foam dotted up. So let's kind of, we're going to play now, right? Nothing is being committed. Yeah, and then look, Julie, the layout that Natalie did where she used the rainbow one, she stenciled it and cut them all out and used them as scallops is absolutely stunning. Because Natalie and I often creatively share the same brain. She will have the same vision that I have when I'm creating the product with how she uses it. So, how you guys all doing tonight? Hello, Karen, how are you? Came in late, but so glad you are doing a live tonight. Me too. I'm back, right? Shady's back. Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Because I've missed it. So I know that's going to go somewhere like that, all right? Look at the colors. That's fun. That was left over too from the kit. But if you didn't do the class and you have, this came from the Journaling Ephemera for Bold and Bright. The Journaling Ephemera for Bold and Bright. I'm glad you're doing great, Sonia. I hope you guys know how much you spending this time with me means to me. The world. It means the world. So thank you. Thank you. You guys are the best. So I know that this is going to play a role. Maybe in a little, oh yes, we'll do some little flag banners up there. And then what other things do we have left? So you want funny. This is the box, a Christmas lid of things I have left that I did not use in the class. Well, we have these two borders too. So the black one I'm going to layer maybe under there, right? We have some arrows. We have arrows here. We have these, which that'll be fun. We'll use those on some of the photos. Photo mats. Maybe that blue, we can tie that blue in there. So let's grab things. Things, what do we have? Embellishment wise, we don't need much. We do not need much to finish this layout because the art kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? That's why we love mixed media. I would like to tie some title. We'll do a subtitle of some sort. What else is left? Ooh, we have a purple camera. We have little puffy banner, but you still could get multiple layouts, so don't use all of your goodies. Don't use all your goodies. We grabbed some good things there. Got some good things. Which puffy phrases? I've missed you too, Robbie. I've missed you too. And like I said, I'm very grateful, you guys, really, when stuff was crazy, you helped me through it all. And super, super appreciate it. We have a whole whack of flowers we didn't use. We have frames, if we want to use some frames. So you could use some frames. If we wanted to make this a little dimensional thing, you could do that. What do we think? I don't feel like it needs much, to be honest with you. I don't even know if it needs that frame. To be honest with you, I kind of just like this on its own. I think I'm going to use some pattern paper to scallop a border, some mats, a little flag banner in that corner. I love the frames too. I'm just saying, I don't think there's so much going on with the mixed media. I really feel like we'll get some, oops. Yep, I thought I was doing that wrong. My handwriting. Well, when I send your next one, we'll have to make sure you get some, right? That's weird. Right? I think that will be fun over there. I don't really want to, I need some green. That color isn't going to work. Right? And now I want to tie a little scallop border down here. We can put some black. We'll layer some more color up here, some mattes, but I don't feel like you need too much. We have all these flowers, but I think that'll be on my next bonus layout because I don't think you need it. I think it would take away. I think this would all take away. I don't think we need to add much. You could. It's your layout. It's your jam. So if you do want to put, right? Like a little bit of little something like that. We could. Maybe. I don't mind that. I could tie a couple flowers in there. I don't mind that. I will do that. But like I said, we don't really need to compete with all the pretty that's going on here. Okay, happy with that. A little bit of business going on there. Let's find what pattern paper that we can do a little scallop border. So when I look at colors that I would want in here, ideally green, but I don't know if I have any green left. And then if you don't want the flowers, don't, because this could still be very masculine layout, right? If you don't want them, don't put them on there. So what pattern paper do I have left that I can do a scallop border? I have blue. That would look pretty. Oh, look at that. There's the tealy green. I could do that. I think the blue though. The blue. But then we could use it for mats. But we also have blue cardstock for mats, for our photo mats. So let's do that. That is going to be for our photo mats. Ooh, we have pink. Totally could go with the pink. So maybe that. Let's check it out. Check it out. So I'm going to move this. Nothing is committed, but I do think that this will be perfect for photo mats. And then we'll decide what's going on here. But I do think a little scallopy border on the bottom will be nice. So let's do it. Let's do it. As Tone Loc would say. Yes, I'm very excited for stuff that's coming next year. It's going to be very good. Lots of good stuff happening. Lots of good stuff. I want more Friday Night Lives, more time with you guys. Making. It's very important, right? Question, Vicki. Can you do a layout using one of the clusters from the class? I would like to see, yeah, let's look. We'll look at it tonight with some of the extra paper. Give me a minute. Yeah, I'll pull those. Let's take a look. So I'm just cut a little border. It's not meant to run across the whole page. The pinks, because I could really use another pink in distress because it's hard. The one pink has a lot, it's more of a purpley pink. I need a pink that's more like a Barbie pink. And I know that it's probably a pipe dream. It's probably never going to happen. But see that? Tying the colors in. And then for mats, this blue, I'm going to not cut the barcode off. I'll just use the matte side of it, the non-textured side. And this piece of blue is 5 1/4 inches. So look at, we could do one 5 1/4 by, let's see, what can we get on here? Could do a 5 1/4 by 4, and then we'll do, here, let's do 2 4-inch mats first. Let's start with that. Do 2 4-inch mats. And we could just make them 5 by 4. I might end up doing that, we'll decide. 2 5 by 4-inch mats. But right now, they're not, right? Because it's a 5 1/4, but look at, that could work. One of these over here. What do we think? Moving this for a minute, because I might need more of that space. Boop. I love it. Okay, and then we're going to do a 3 by 4. Maybe 3 1/4 by 4, because I can. 3 1/4 by 4. Could do a 4 by 4, you could have too. Look. I'm gluing my yellow down. I'm going to commit this because it's moving all over. I should have used the striped side, to be honest with you. And put the, no, I need to do that with the pink. Yeah, Kari was going out with her daughter, is home from Hawaii. Isn't that nice? She's here, I think, on some kind of conference. See, so if that guy goes down there like that, then we know our title's going to go like this. And then we can do one mat like that. And then one that is standing, and one like this. And then we have those. He's here. We can tie that green in, which I love. So at least one up there. These came from the Paperie. These are from the Paperie. I wish you were coming to Norway too. That'd be fun. Yeah, the Panama cruise is sold out. So very excited that a lot of you are going to be there with me. And then the Norway one is at least, I would say, 2/3 full. Yeah, 2/3 full. And a lot of you guys that are going to be on the Norway one are going to be on that one. Or on the Panama are going to be on that one with me too. I went to check because I said to Rich, I haven't really looked. I have no clue. And went, oh crap. I did not realize we were that full. Oh, that'll be fun though, Carrie, right? That'll be fun. Well, and some of you I know were on it, right? And you've probably had to cancel for other reasons, like other stuff came up. So you do not have to put the flower there if you don't like it, okay? I am going to tie the flower in because, and this, just because I feel like it's empty otherwise. And I might cut this pink so a piece can come out here, okay? So see that it's a 12-inch piece, but most of that's covered. So I know that I can do this, and it's going to go under the title. And then this piece, I can put a little bit of it coming out this end if I wanted to. A little something, something like that. And then that guy can go like this. Boop, boop. That guy can go like that. This can go here. And then I can still put my leaves like this. Have that touch of pink. And then I think that's too big. I like the flag banner. I'm going to make it smaller because see the black? And then I'm going to need some more black on there. So let's make this, the width of that, about 2 inches. So I'm going to cut it down and I'll flag banner it again. It's too big, but we need the black. It ties all the black in the layout. So I will cut it to, what is it now? I'm going to say 1 3/4, and then I will re-flag banner it. 1 3/4. Let's do that. This one might be, actually, I might need to just cut a whole new piece. We'll see. Okay, very good. And let's decide what else we want. So we also have a green here. We have these hearts. So we have these hearts left. I could also kind of play up this side. Orange one. They are from the papery. And then it ties that orange in too from the flower. So let's get some orange up in this corner so that it's all making sense. And then the other thing I would fill in here, right? My daughter and I are most likely coming to Portugal with you. We might do Canada next year and move our Portugal adventure to your cruise. I love that. So I have to confirm that. I have to book that. But what Natalie's talking about, because she's like, what's Portugal? I'm looking at a river cruise to Portugal that we would have the whole ship would be our whole group. And then it's a small cruise. That would be really fun. But I've always wanted to go to Portugal. Like, it's beautiful. All the colors. Oh! So looking at that one. But what I was saying is buttons, ephemera. You really want to chunk this up. Because we'll finish this. We'll work on it. I'm going to be here till it's done. Because I think it'll be fun, right? You made a mess with your stars? I love being here and trying all the things. Can you just put some paint splats on top of it? Yeah, 2026 for that one. That, and I'm looking at Tuscany in the fall in 2026, a land tour. Oh, let me know how it goes, Tara. Let me know how it goes. Okay, so we're going to do, oh yeah, maybe. Let's do something going up the side here. What do I have? What can I do? What's my name? Oh, remember I said I wanted to add these letters somewhere. Can I do it? That's the spirit. What else could it be? What could go with that? If I'm just going to do like add some black alphas here. What else could go with that's the spirit? Celebrate. That's the spirit. What else would I say with that's the spirit? Help me, help. I need somebody, help. Not just anybody. Vodka? That's the spirit. That's a good one. That was a good one, Helen. You win the internet tonight. Vodka, that's the spirit. Hey, that's the spirit. I love that too. So I feel like we need to layer something over here. So, oh my goodness, vodka, that's the spirit. You win the internet tonight because that was freaking funny. Vodka, that's the spirit. I'm still smiling. That one giving me a big smiley face. Okay, I need to layer that. Sarah, right? Vodka, that's the spirit. Hello, Sarah Miller House, my talented friend. I'm very happy to see you here. Because I'm looking at all of our stuff that we have left over. We have stuff, right? Vodka, that's the spirit. That's freaking funny. That was funny. That was funny. Take that off, I think. And then we can layer something with that title. So do we pick something? Because my brain is tired. You got to help me. Something with the black I can do in the alphas. That's the spirit. I have hello here too. Hello, hooray. That's the spirit. That could be fun. Hello, hooray. That's the spirit. Or hello, what? What else could we say? Hello. Because I need a word here, right? I want like hello, something, that's the spirit, possibly. And I would like to not have to think. I would like someone else to think for me. Hello, smile, that's the spirit. I don't mind that. Hello, smile, that's the spirit. Let's go for it. If I have the letters, I'm going to do that. I think that's easy. That's an easy one, right? But we need to layer something because we need some business going on here. So I could do this or even the bottom of that. I'm going to do the bottom of that because it needs to sit on something, the smile part, right? So this is out of your journaling ephemera where the titles and the journals are. And I'm going to cut a 1 3/4 inch piece, maybe almost 2 inches. I'm going to round the top corners or use my funky. So I have to say, you guys, a lot of you have emailed me. If you're out there tonight and you're like, she has been a terrible email responder, you're correct. I have. And that is my job tomorrow. I'm going to go through. So some of you have asked about the reinforcers, right? You've asked for reinforcers. You've asked for other things. And you're asked if there's extra kits, and I'll be on it. I'm going to be on it because I was out of town, right? And it's kind of hard because I can't check anything if I'm not home. So you're right. I would 100% agree with you. I have been a terrible email responder. So let's say that's going to go there, right? So what else did we say? You had a few. Hello, I just need a small one. I think, right? Oh, hello, friend, that's the spirit. That's a good one, right? How about just go, girl? But I only need, like, I don't want to spell, right? I don't want to spell. I don't want to have to put a ton of letters on here. I just think it needs to be, right? Something that will fit pretty easy, like this, right? It might not even be hello. Maybe I don't use hello. But I did want to use the alphas. So let's see what some of your other ones. Yes, that's the spirit. I like it. Yes, that's the spirit. That's a good one. Let's do it. Y-E, yes, yes, that's the spirit. I have all the letters for that. Doing it. I like that. Yes, apostrophe. Mark. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Is that what you were waiting for? 'Cause I wonder where you are. See, and I'm singing all the wrong words. And I know just what to do. But let me start by saying I love you. I loved that album, just so you know. I loved that album. I think it was Dancing on the Ceiling, right? I might have to cover the stars, but still I could get my green label in there if I wanted it. Oh, I think the green label's out now. But let's put yes. That's the spirit. Yep, I remember the video. And the girl in the video was what is the politically correct? Seeing impaired? Would you say that? She couldn't see, and he was walking through the halls. Kind of stalking her. Really, when you think about it, I don't know. Lionel was kind of stalking the pretty girl with the curly hair. Was it good? The Broadway touring performance of MJ last night. It's the Michael Jackson one, right? And I was singing and dancing all night, visually impaired. Thank you, Wendy. Oh my goodness. I'm tired, so cut me some slack. I'm not trying to be offensive at all. I couldn't think of the word at all. So thank you for that. And in the video, he's like following her around because he likes her. Does anybody remember that? Did anybody watch all the video shows when they were a kid? I would come home and watch videos at 4 o'clock. Videos would be on at 4. He was a creeper. Oh, I love these lives. Woo. Yep, Lionel was a creeper. Lionel was creeping around following her. He was a creeper. Oh my goodness, yes. And us Canadians had much music, not MTV. We had much music. But J.D. Roberts, who is now like a serious newscaster, used to be on the video show I would watch at 4 o'clock. J.D. Roberts. Does anybody remember? Can you say restraining order, right? He was. No, in the video, you got to look up the video for Hello by Lionel Richie. He's walking around. He likes the girl's beautiful, but she's visually impaired, so she can't, hello, is it me you're looking for? But she can't actually see him. She can't actually see him. So that's what he said, creeper. Lionel was being a creeper because, like, he's kind of following her. I don't know if they were at school or whatever's going on, but yeah, he's following around. But J.D. Roberts used to be on the at 4 o'clock. I don't remember what it was called, the top something countdown, and then all the videos would be on there. And I remember watching pop-up video. Do you remember that? Pop-up video. Yes, that's the spirit. I love that. Friday night videos, do you remember? Because we'd watch them at like late at night, that one too. And I remember the first time I saw Duran Duran's Girls on Film. Girls on Film, got your picture, girls on film. And then that one, they were wrestling in Jell-O. It was a little bit risque, that video. But how does she end up sculpting his face at the end? Because she feels his face. She feels it, and that's how she could see. Because she touches his face, and then she sculpts it. Oh my goodness, Natalie, I forgot about her sculpting his face at the end. What was your favorite video? I can tell you which one I hated. Was Yes. I think it was Yes. And in it, there's like, the guy has maggots on his face. Do you guys remember that? What was the song? Tell me what song that was. I believe it was, the band was Yes. And then in the video, I think it was Yes. You guys will have to look it up and tell me. And there was a video, and then there were maggots all over the person's face, and I could not watch that video. You saw Duran Duran? You know what? And I loved them. Who was your favorite band member? Who was your favorite band member in Duran Duran? Mine was Nick Rhodes. He was my favorite. Okay, I'm going to glue that down, and we're going to keep embellishing it. Nick Rhodes, the keyboardist. He was the posters I had. Nick all day. We talked about that, right, Carrie? I love Nick Rhodes. I was too young in the 80s to go to concerts. Yeah, Simon. You like Simon? Most people was the other guy, John Taylor. Was John Taylor the cute one? Because there was another John, and I don't think very many of the girls liked him. But I liked Nick Taylor. But I need somebody to remember what that video was. I'm sure it was Yes. And somebody has to remember what I'm talking about. I'm sure I'm not the only one that in that video, like the guy was going through some stuff. And one of the things was maggots on his face. You're 65, Tony, you don't know? Yep. Who was your favorite, Tony? When you were growing up, who was your, did you have a band that you loved or singer? I like Hey There, that's the spirit too. You're watching behind the I think, time there, Loretta, so when you hear that, I like that. That's a good option. He was in Athens like a week after we were. I would have died, although I would have noticed him in the wild. Yeah, I don't know. You love Bryan Adams? Yeah. Guess Who and the Stampeders? Who was in Guess Who? The dark curly hair guy. Was it Burton Cummings? Is that who was in the Guess Who? Was in Guess Who? That was like my brothers kind of listened to that music. That was not me. I was wanted to be a punk rocker. I was not listening to that. I'm going to tack this down because I like it. Ooh, we could put, remember I said that black border. Let's see. Burton Cummings. See, Vicky remembered. She remembers the things. Yeah, I remember him. Because all of that just weird knowledge stuff, Vicky will remember all of that. Just general knowledge. You want to play trivia stuff with me because I remember all the things like that. But I don't know, maybe Burton Cummings might have been my parents. I was just watching a thing with Katie Lang because I think she got added to the Country Music Hall of Fame. And remembering that stuff, Constant Cravings and those songs, right? I was like, oh, I forgot all about that, Katie. But can't remember why you walked into the kitchen. 100%, right? Michael Jackson and Donny Osmond, yes. Earth, Wind and Fire, Rod Stewart, David Bowie, Phil Collins and Genesis. Didn't he just play like his last concert? Phil doesn't look like he's doing so well health-wise, right? And it's hard. And then so sad that Dame Maggie Smith passed. I love her. And now I have to watch, what was that one, the hotel one? The very best whatever hotel. I need to watch that again in honor of Maggie. Today I was listening to Bonnie Raitt and Melissa Etheridge, right? New Kids on the Block. Oh, 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 the right stuff. I went and saw them. Do you know, Sarah, that I had a meet and greet with the New Kids on the Block? I had a meet and greet, and Donnie liked my hair. He said I had really cool hair. You've got some cool hair, right? Yep, I went and met them, and in Buffalo, I did a meet and greet. Sure did. The best exotic marigold hotel. Yes. Did anyone else love that hotel? I love that movie. I'm watching that. I'm going to watch that. I want to watch that in her honor because that I thought was an excellent movie. She was such a miserable woman in that movie. But yeah, I'm dating myself, but I didn't even have music videos. We did have Elvis and the Beatles. I love that, Karen. And I did do a meet and greet with Billy Idol too, because he was my favorite growing up. The other one, Billy Idol and Duran Duran. And then I always tell this story. So my meet and greet that I paid an absolute fortune for, and I went to that concert by myself. Rich dropped me off at the concert venue, and I went by myself and did the meet and greet. And I couldn't even see. They had him on the other. He's not the tallest guy. They had him on the other side of like those big rolling things that they pack their equipment in, because it was not COVID times, but I think, he's an older dude and didn't want to get sick. But you didn't even get to walk up and see him. He was on the other side of it. So I paid for this meet and greet and then laughed my butt off as I walked out of there, because I'm like, that was the biggest waste of money ever. I didn't even get to see Billy. He was on the other side. It was like, okay, well, that was interesting. Look I'm going to put this arrow, yes. Boop. But the arrow is a little too long. Do I have another one? Yeah, I didn't. He was standing on the other side. I'm like, that's just crazy. I'm going to put, oh, yes. Because then I can use my arrow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's the spirit. Oh, yes. Let's put, oh, yes. Hopefully I have those letters. I do. Oh, yes. Prince. Yes, that is the one concert I'm incredibly sad that I never got to see Prince in concert. Prince and Michael Jackson, I would have went to both of those. Bananarama was one of your favorites, right? Oh my goodness. I'm pulling a blank. I've got to remember what. Oh. Cities around. Too close to comfort, so it's a cruel, cruel summer. Leaving me here on my own. I had to remember. I'm like, what does Bananarama sing? That's I had to work at that one. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's the spirit. Cheap Trick. Tell me a song Cheap Trick sang. Because I know, see, that definitely would have been my brother's music. And he's 10 years older, 9 years older than me. He liked Cheap Trick. I could do the 60s music too, Beatrice. Because we grew up very listening to a lot of music in my house. So tell me your favorite song from the 60s. The Clash and the Ramones. Yeah, I love it, right? Let's chat 90s too. And Purple Rain. Oh my goodness. I loved Prince though. I loved Prince. And Raspberry Beret. So, oh yes, that's the spirit. And now we tied the black in. Let's see if I have any small labels in the sticker book. I do. I have lots. So what else can we put on here? Yeah, we listen to everything, right? Can't take my eyes off of you. Can't take my eyes off of you. Just like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last, look what you arrived. And I thank God you're alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Oh, pretty baby. Is that the one? Don't let me down, I pray, oh pretty baby. Find you, stay, and let me love you, baby. Let me love you. Yeah. Oh, that's Cheap Trick. I love that song. I want you to want me. I need you to need me. I forgot that one. It's good, right? Didn't I see you crying? So, oh yes, that's the ticket. And then I feel like green up here would be good, right? To tie the green in. So it says, what if? I could do a what if, couldn't I? I'm the boss of my page. Oh, Journey. I loved Journey and REO Speedwagon. So I feel like we need green up here, right? So we could also pull off of any of these stickers. What's left? Is there a green one on here that would work? Not very bright, right? I just want a little tiny one. What if? I'm putting it up there. You don't have to. You don't have to, but I'm going to put it up there just to tie the green in. I could make anything work, right? What if? Tying the green in, loving it. Let's put this one down. And you know what's really fun is this is from our scraps, right? This is from the scraps. What's Poison? Is Poison Smoking in the Boys' Room? Was that Poison? Smoking in the boys' room. Teacher, don't you feel me? Up with the rules, 'cause everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school. I love 10 Things I Hate About You. Is that a song? Or the movie? That was a movie, right? 10 Things I Hate About You. You're heading to Kansas concert in November. That'll be fun. I don't remember what Kansas sings though, right? I don't remember. So I'm loving this so much for my scraps. I'm going to put a couple flag banners up here. Let's commit the black one. And you know what's fun is you really could put some journaling over here. You could put another photo mat. It doesn't have to layer on here. But I'm going to put this here and then a couple more strips. The movie. Okay, I get it. With Heath Ledger. I love it. Dust in the Wind. I remember that one too. Okay, what are we thinking, guys? So do you see what I'm saying about this needs to be filled with embellishment? I need to find some fun rhinestones, but something needs to happen, I feel like, in this corner. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, my friends? And I also would like some orange up here. Do I have a little orange flower that can go up there or something orange? Let's look. Let's look. What do we have? Carry on, wayward son. Yeah, got to remember now the words to that one. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. I don't know. I'm making that up now. Put your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Hey! Is that it? Or did I make that up? Is that the song? The bling is gonna, woo, rock this layout. The bling is gonna rock it. And I do like these down here, but I feel like it needs a little bit more embellishment. But think buttons. So if we did buttons in the middle of the big ones and then some rhinestones, it'd be so pretty, the texture of that, right? Buttons. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Chicago, an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert, and it was so much fun. I still remember all the lyrics. I love that. I love that. I do. I love that. Orange buttons, yes, and green buttons, like color all down here. And then rhinestones, some rhinestones. Don't you think? Could be fun? I think it could be fun. I'm gonna answer for myself. Oh, that could work too, to tie some green, because I feel like this corner's naked. It's needing something. So that I like, right? Where your date could go in it. I'm gonna add that. Music is good for the soul. I do absolutely love to sing. Even if I don't sing well, I still think it's fun, right? But yes, see, I think that little punch of color down here works for me. Because don't forget, I am trying to make this work out of scraps. So for some of you are like, oh, I'd pick something else. We're trying to make this work out of what we had left over. So that's why it's like, why is she just pushing what she's using there? Why not grab some other stuff? Nope, we can't be cheaters. We have to use scraps. So the other thing is my scrap, like up here. I'm leaving this for now, friends. I'm going to commit. But the other thing that we would do to finish this is buttons and rhinestones. I am going to layer my little hearts. These are the stickers from the papery that I've just used as an ephemera, right? I do love to sing. I do love it. It probably, some people probably show up here and go, what the actual heck, and don't ever come back. We have this little, look it. I'm going to do that. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I am going to add that little bug up here because it definitely ties the orange in there. I love it. And photos. It's pretty simple. You could have layered more pattern paper, but sometimes it's okay to just let the mixed media sing, right? So we're going to call it quits on this one, okay? But you get what I'm saying, that filling this, but can you see, look at, that's with the Distress Spritz. And what ended up happening is because these are water soluble inks, that look at it lifted that orange or the yellow and then deposited the ink. But look at it on the navy. You got to remind me, we got to do some kind of mixed media with a Spritz on a dark background of inks. So I feel like that needs to be a part too. That would be a lot of fun to put these Distress Spritz on a background of all dark blues. I think it would be fun. So you can see it here too. Look, can you see? Sarah, I feel like you would love that color. It's the Picked Raspberry. Picked Raspberry, my favorites in this set, I'll tell you right now. If you're only going to buy a few, you want the Picked Raspberries, because I feel like the mica is exactly matches the ink color. The other one, I would say 100% you want. See, because they're good, but favorites, this one, which is the mustard seed, I'd say yes. Mustard seed, I'd say 100% yes. With the fossilized amber, look at that for gold if you want to spray the gold. This one I like, but it does pull like some orange in there, right? Pull some orange. You would think I would love this one, but it's a little blue. The Villainous Potion, perfect. This one is freaking amazeballs. So if you're like Vicky, I can only invest in a few. It would be these ones. These ones I think are the purest pigment. So if I was only going to invest in a few, that would be Picked Raspberry. Let me tell you exactly what the colors are. picked raspberry. Oops. Spice marmalade. Fossilized amber. That's got to be villainous potion, right? Villainous potion. And what is the gray? Weathered wood. If you were only going to pick 5, I'd say these ones will make magic. Okay? So, one of the questions, who asked, said, can you show me what you would do with your clusters? I sure can. So, we'll do a little bonus. I said I was only going to do the one, but I will talk about this because I think it is an opportunity to share. So, let's say we have, I just put them away, so let me grab them. There they are. So in the class, if you were not part of that class, my big thing, I love clusters, right? I love clusters. So we created these from the papery. So we have Simon there. Look at vacation mode, the little camping one, home sweet home. This would be a very easy one to build a page from. Very easy. You have your whole base. You just really need some border strips at the bottom and some mats. This one, the layout will come together easily. I feel like the big ones, like totally could do a cute ice cream, having fun. And then this one could be a double page layout and one could go on one side or one on, or they go on the same layout, right? So let's grab that house one that I said would be so easy to build. Let's do something with that one and you'll get an idea. Okay, so we have left over in our pattern papers in the 12 by 12 sheets, all of this magic. So let's look. You could keep the word side. You could use the B side because it is. You see this guy. I don't know. That might be too much business going on. But if I wanted to do a double, like, oh my goodness, like look at what you could do with a double. This could be on one side and this guy could go on the other side. And then you could totally stitch on here, bling out the center with some buttons. And then, let's see, what could go on the B side of that? Let's look. There are no rules. There are no rules. Let's see. As long as we have some teal to tie into the other side. Let's look at that as a double page layout. So look at that. Home sweet home, state of mind. And then how do we tie this in? I would take green thread and I would sew all over this, or let's see, what color ink could go? Do I think mowed lawn? Maybe. Let's just do some things. Let's see. Let's see. It's not big enough. It's not big enough, but let's grab my star stencil because I want to tie this color onto this side. I just kicked an album and it fell over. Don't you cry no more. Hey! So which ink color is required here? Let's figure it out. See, not all of the colors. Oh, evergreen bough. Let's grab evergreen bough. Let's grab evergreen bough. Where are you, evergreen bough? to find it because I've used it somewhere. I have it in oxide, but I don't know where my regular distress is. So it's going to be oxide because I did find it. I just don't know if it's going to be as dark, but we'll figure it out. We'll see you later. Yeah, I have to go soon too. I will just show you. We'll throw it together. I might not finish the whole thing, but I want to tie this here, right? And I don't necessarily have the pattern paper. I have some that will work, but let's take the evergreen bough. See, ooh, we'll see. We'll see if it's going to work. And we're going to tie it across these 2 pages like this. Not upside down though. Okay, let's get an ink blending tool. Now, like I said, I would probably use regular distress, but that would be if I could find it. So I'm going to try to carry some of these stars across this page to tie this funky green in there. Now let's move the stencil. Star stencils are your friend. And anything that repeats like this, your friend. But why can't we have green stars in our sky? We can do whatever we want. Look at tying the green across our page. And maybe we'll do some up in this corner of our star sky. Okay. Love that. Maybe a few more over here though, so it makes sense. A few more up here. There. Okay. Stars. Tying this green in to really, does the green work with that page where we're going to force it to work with this? Why you want stencils? So a lot of you guys might be like, ooh, mixed media scares me. But now look what mixed media just let me do. Let's cut the top of these pages off. So these are, again, extras out of what was left in the kit. Okay, extras of what was left in the kit. Now we have a base for a double page layout. We have this that we started already, right? What does this do? It ties all that color right there. So I don't want this just kind of floating in space. So now I'm going to pull one of the colors from over here and we'll do a border strip for it to sit underneath. So what do I have left? And look at, see this color right here, we have left over of this. This is going to be for sure mats on this side of the page. Mats on this side of the page. And what do we have left that can tie the pigment over on this page? Because really, ideally, it would be a piece of yellow, but we just used our yellow, right? But you see what I'm saying? Like yellow would be good right here. I have yellow flowers, but it's a lot of pattern. So do you have to just use? No, you could shop your stash, but oh, look it. I have that. We could do a little border of that. So let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to do a 1-inch strip. No, maybe a little bit more, 1 1/4. We're going to make a little flag banner. See, I'm standing up now, so you know it's serious business. We're doing some standing up scrapbooking. Sometimes, too, these pages are not going to be necessarily like, wow, that hit it out of the park. That is like the best page I've ever made. Sometimes it's like, look it, I just got something done. I got like more for my scraps in there. So this matches exactly. We could layer another piece, which we might do, but I love that we're tying this color now just happened there. So let's go ahead and glue that down. We're going to commit. But because we did all that work now with our clusters, we don't really have to think too much about that, do we? Oop. Oh, guess what we have? I'll show you. I'll show you what we have. You don't even have to guess. So we're going to attach that. And then we have on our sticker sheet, the black. So we know this, we want to sit right about there. Oh yes, so let's do a little piece of that border. Right there. Clippy clip. Now, this isn't floating in space. You have a little place for it to sit on. I love it. Foam dots for sure, right? We back this all. You need foam dots under those balloons for sure. And I would like to pop the top of the houses up. And then the rest can be flat. You notice I didn't take the backs off yet, because then I can still slide a photo underneath it. Okay, so now you have our cluster for the bottom. It matches now over here, boop, right? Boop, boop. I think that it would be cool to do, maybe my photos over here are going to be 2 strips. I'm going to do like one here and one there. So let's cut this. We're creating on the fly, creating on the fly. So how high do I want that to go up? This piece is going to be 4 1/2. So the width of this one I think is 4 inches. Let's see. Almost, because it's, right, paper pad. Almost 4 inches. So I'm going to do 4 1/2. That's going to be 1 mat. And 2 mats. Ties my green in now. We'll put some kind of border on the bottom of that. But look at. Let's commit. Ties our green. Tack it down. So this, right? Oh, we still have a little bit of yellow left. Look. Didn't even know that. So totally could do one of these. Look. Here's one of our photo mats. but I don't like that there. But we'll figure that out. But I like that there because that was from that, what was left over from the yellow when we cut our 2-page things, right? But it does, to me, needs like a little border right here, obviously, because they don't come right to the bottom. We could still use this to tie that rainbow in if you wanted to. I don't want to, though. I don't like that. What else do I have left? Oh, love that too. We have these still left too, look. Like, so we can do our, no, I don't like that either. I like tying the pink in though. What else do we have left? What else do we have left? And the other thing we have too, oh, look. Look at, from our, I love that. That's happening right now. It's happening and something's going to go inside of it. Ties the black in from over here. Now we have some black over here. There, it's going to be layered kind of in both circles. Love that. Okay. Normally, right, if you have other papers you want to use, you could totally layer more paper. So we have all of this left too. Oh. Oh. Oh, we have the orange. The orange could be cool down there. Right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Is anybody here going to She Loves Color? Will I see anybody this in October? Any of my friends here? Gonna be in, where are we? I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm going. Where will I be? So let's do a little border. Did I glue these yet? Yep, I tacked them down. Totally okay with that. Boop. Satisfaction. Like Mick Jagger said, I can't get no satisfaction. Tone is in my brain. Milwaukee-ish, right? It used to be in Milwaukee. And now it's, I know it's not downtown anymore. You can't wait. Me too, Kathy. Whoop, whoop. Yay, Deb. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. So there is a little twisty. Tie that up. So we need, what do we have left? What do we have left? Oh, where was our hello? We didn't use that, did we? Okay, hello. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. And then what other words? Hello. Hello. See, friends? You can keep playing with it, make it come together. Want to try a little pink up here. We could just layer some little pieces for a little cluster up top. And then think mats. Something needs to come in here, but you could totally add a whole bunch of fun there. But you get what I'm saying. There are certainly lots of options. Certainly lots of options. And again, I'm only using what I have left over. You could what does that one say? At the beach? No. No. Not at the beach on this layout. Ooh, we have butterflies. I like those. Could go down here. You get what I'm saying though, right, friends? What would I put in that circle? I don't know. A photo? You could totally put a photo in there. You could totally put a photo in there. Couldn't you, right? Put a photo in there. And then think your photo mats, right, friends? So that's how I would use these. They're just meant to be page starters, right? A cruise mini book. Oh, there's tons of them. Yeah, let me show you. So there's an idea, okay? I've decided to, a lot of the layouts that we make, I'm gonna sell my layouts, I think. Because somebody could really take them and fill probably like a whole album. Because I have to clean out my space. There's just, for me to go back now and put photos on a lot of stuff, I will put them in my 6x8 albums, but I don't know about my 12x12s. I just don't know if I have enough time in my life to do those things, right? Enough time in my life, but let's take a quick look. Quick look. I have so many albums. Oh, the one we're going to be doing for Panama. It's going to blow your mind. I ordered everything. We are going to be doing a 49 and Market flip flap, really fun book. Just let me grab one. Let's find a cruise album. Well, here's Where to Next. That's one of the ones we did. I don't know if this one, just a second, I'm coming. I'm coming. There are so many, my friends. I have done seriously so many albums. Like I have 10 million of these laying around, right? 10 million. I don't know. This wasn't a cruise one. Look, there's dust on it. But just to give you an idea. Like I love mini books. This was with the Simple Stories collection. Look how pretty. Look at how pretty. Flip flaps. So these are pretty much what my cruise albums look like too. Just whatever the theme is. This is what all my albums look like. I love them. I love mini books. There are so many memories that can be put in here. So there's one. Look at it's mixed with some Simple Stories, some Heidi Swap in here. Hello, Julianne. How are you? I miss you, my friend. I need to come visit you. We can go out for some scallops. Here's one, but I think this one was with, what is this, Fernwood maybe? Look, boop, right? Lots of fun. So this is the kind of thing that we do. I love this collection. All right. That's pretty much my albums. Like I said, the one we're doing for Panama, it's going to be a beauty. You guys are going to love it. So that's what the albums look like. I don't know if these are travel ones. I'd have to really look, but we do an album. We do layouts. I love the classes where people get on board with the mixed media. We've done gel plate printing. I owe people 2 classes from the cruises that I have to also look at. This is a fun one with all the little flaps. Was this fernwood? I think this is fernwood, right? Very pretty. Very pretty. So that kind of gives you an idea. Whoop. Flap. Flippity flap. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Totally missed the fernwood collection. It was a good one. I want to do another one that's like that. That has kind of a woods, into the woods kind of vibe, a woody vibe, with some more of I'm going to flip the camera, okay? With more toadstools and all of those things. Hi! So it's coming. I think it'll be fun. There's going to be like a new version of that. I think that that would be fun. I love toadstools and deers, and I would like rabbits and all of that kind of stuff in it. And then with the real earthy vintage vibe, I think it would be fun. So I feel like it's time for another one of those. I never get tired. Like, it's like, I don't feel like you need to reinvent the wheel with all those collections. I'll use all of them. I'll use all of the things again in a new concept from that, right? So that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm back. I'm back for the lives. I will be back next Friday. Right? Squirrels, yeah. Squirrels in there. I'll be back next Friday for our regularly scheduled lives, right? What are those normally at 8? I feel like we need to move that up a little bit, but we'll decide. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't remembered, thank you, Jolene. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will go and draw a prize winner for, remember I said I was going to give something away for the Wrapped in Ribbons class, and I don't think I ever added that on there. So I will put the winner in the description of that last live that I did. I don't even remember which one it was. Oh, the walkthrough of where to next, right? It was a walkthrough, so I'll do that. So thank you. We'll see you next Friday. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Friday. Thanks, friends. So much fun.